Yeah, I think similar
আমাদের অনেকেই এখন বিশ্বজুড়ে খেলে বেড়াচ্ছে, সবাই টি-20 পছন্দ করে। এই ফরম্যাটে বেশ অভিজ্ঞ, এই সিরিজে ভালো করতেও ছেলেরা মুখিয়ে আছে। উইকেট এখনো দেখিনি, তবে অতীতের ম্যাচগুলো দেখে উইকেট নিয়ে যতটা সম্ভব তথ্য জানার চেষ্টা করব। আমরাও তো কদিন আগে এখানে ওয়ানডে খেললাম, মনে হচ্ছে ভালো উইকেটই হবে। 40 ওভারে সাধারণত উইকেট খুব একটা পরিবর্তন হয় না।
And played with a lot of quality international players along the way. So I think the experience that we have, guys have been around playing T20 cricket. Everyone loves the format. It's obviously fast, it's fun, plenty of entertainment. So guys are really looking forward to this series ahead. I haven't actually had a look at the wicket, but
একজন ক্রিকেটারই এই ফরম্যাটে ম্যাচ ছিনিয়ে নিতে পারে। ফরম্যাট যত বড়, ম্যাচ পরিবর্তন করতে তত বেশি সময় লাগে। এটা টি-20, কয়েক ওভার, এমনকি কয়েক বলেই খেলা ঘুরে যেতে পারে। টি-20 ম্যাচ উইনারদের খেলা, আমরা সেই চেষ্টাই করি। ছেলেরা তাদের স্বাভাবিক খেলাটাই খেলবে এবং ভালো করার আত্মবিশ্বাসও তাদের আছে। হ্যাঁ, স্কোয়াডের কয়েকজনের এখনো অভিষেক হয়নি, আমরা তাদের পাশে আছি। যতটা সম্ভব তাদের সমর্থন দিয়ে যেতে হবে। দুই দলের জন্যই ব্যাপারটা রোমাঞ্চকর। বাংলাদেশ দলেও কয়েকজন আছে এখনো যাদের অভিষেক হয়নি। ওয়ানডে সিরিজে ছেলেদের উপর বিশ্বাস রেখেছিলাম, তারা যেন নিজের মতো খেলতে পারে। পারফর্ম করেই তারা এখানে এসেছে। তাদের হয়তো আন্তর্জাতিক ক্রিকেট খেলার তেমন অভিজ্ঞতা নেই, তবে ঘরোয়া ক্রিকেটে প্রচুর খেলেছে। তারা এমন ব্র্যান্ডের ক্রিকেট খেলে যা আমরা খেলতে চাই। একজন অধিনায়ক হিসেবে এটাই তো চাওয়া থাকে।
I think T20 is about, match winners and guys going out and expressing themselves and having the confidence to do that, and I guess that's what we try give the guys is that backing, is that trust that they can go out and play their natural games and express themselves as much as they can, and we know if we can do that then we'll put ourselves in positions of winning games of cricket. Yeah, we've seen a bit of
আমাদের দলে এমন খেলোয়াড় আছে যারা প্রচুর ফ্র্যাঞ্চাইজি ক্রিকেট খেলেছে এবং এই কন্ডিশনে আগে অনেক ম্যাচ খেলেছে। তাদের অভিজ্ঞতা যতটা সম্ভব নতুনদের জানাবো। এখন হোক বা আগে, আমাদের দলে সবসময় মারকুটে ব্যাটার ছিল। দলে প্রচুর স্ট্রোক মেকার আছে, এই দলটাও সেদিক থেকে ভিন্ন নয়।
But also out in the middle and communicating that back to the group as quick as possible. So I guess that's exciting for both teams that there's guys that haven't necessarily played as much in our team, but also guys that haven't debuted in the Bangladesh team. So really exciting series ahead. No, I think from my point of view,
আমি এই সুযোগ পেয়ে খুব খুশি। নিউজিল্যান্ডের হয়ে খেলতে খুব উপভোগ করি। এই ফরম্যাটে অনেক খেলেছি, অন্যদের চেয়ে কিছু ম্যাচ বেশিও খেলা হয়েছে, তাই এই কন্ডিশন সম্পর্কেও জানি। একটু স্লোয়ার কন্ডিশন হতে পারে। আমি আমার দায়িত্ব পালনের চেষ্টা করব, হোক ব্যাটিংয়ে বা কিপিংয়ে। নিশামের কাছ থেকে কোনো পরামর্শ নেওয়া হয়নি, সে কিছুদিন আগে এখানে খেলে গেছে, তবে কোনো তথ্য নেওয়া হয়নি। আমাদের কয়েকজনই আছে যারা এই কন্ডিশনে খেলেছে।
For us playing our brand of cricket, a brand that we want to play, and obviously adapting, and I guess that's the messages from us as a captain, but also from a coach's point of view, as letting the guys express themselves and try play with that freedom. I think we've got, not necessarily naming anyone in particular, but as I said, we've got guys that have been playing franchise cricket around the world that are in this team. So I guess for them, leaning on those experiences that they've had, guys that have been in these conditions before, trying to give them as much knowledge as we can to let these guys go out and express themselves. And we had our Super Smash, which is our T20 competition back home, not so long ago, and we saw a couple of guys make debuts, after that T20 comp. So, guys have been picked on form, even though it was a couple of months ago. Hopefully they can lean back on those experiences and take them into this week. I'm not 100% sure. I think whatever team you play, whether it's now, whether it's in previous years, they've always had explosive batters, throughout their order. I guess guys that complement each other quite nicely with stroke makers and then power hitters. So and the squad's no different. It's important that we do our homework and scouting that we always do, and try get as much information as we can to take that into tomorrow and obviously the following games. But for us, it's always about playing what's in front of us as much as we can, regardless of who the personnel is in the opposition, and trying to, I guess, make the best decision in terms of how we operate from there. Look, I think for me, it's, I guess, any opportunity that I get to play T20 cricket for New Zealand. I really enjoy that. I understand when guys aren't here. I know where I sit, and I'm completely fine with that. I love playing this format. Don't necessarily play a huge amount of it, but I guess I've got a little bit more experience, from a domestic point of view, and obviously played a few more than some of the other guys as well. So a lot of it's been in these conditions where the balls obviously spins a little bit more, or conditions can be a little bit slower. So for me, it's regardless, what format it is, what team it is. For me, it's always about trying to do my role as best as I can, whether that be opening the batting, whether it be wicket keeping, up and down the order. To me, that doesn't change. It's about trying to execute my role as best I can, and I guess give the team the chance, and obviously try and make a significant contribution along the way. No, not necessarily anything in particular. I understand they did play with a couple of the guys that are in this team in the Bangladesh squad. So no, not necessarily any information, but some of us have been here before. We've played in these conditions. So just trying to, I guess, give as much knowledge as we can to the group and go from there. Yeah, I think similar to the one days. Sorry. We do have guys with maybe a little bit less experience. International cricket is limited. It's important that they try lean on the experience that they've had throughout their playing careers at domestic cricket, and with most of the guys, the exposure that they've had to international cricket nowadays, being able to bring that to this format. We've had a few guys that have played franchise cricket around the world that have played against some quality opposition and played with a lot of quality international players along the way. So I think the experience that we have, guys have been around playing T20 cricket. Everyone loves the format. It's obviously fast, it's fun, plenty of entertainment. So guys are really looking forward to this series ahead. It only takes one person to have a great day, and the game can be taken away from you within a couple of overs. And you obviously see that the longer the format, the longer it takes to change a game. But whereas T20 cricket, it can happen. It might be an over, it might be a couple of balls, depending on the situation of the game. So I guess from our point of view, it's about trying to put ourselves in those situations where we can make those significant contributions and make those game-changing moments when those opportunities present itself. So I think T20 is about match winners and guys going out and expressing themselves and having the confidence to do that. And I guess